Welcome back to Date Night. Last time, Charles and Savannah accepted an invitation that promised $1,000 for surviving a single night on the infamous Dyer Lane. They met the mysterious Mr. Ray, climbed into a driverless black SUV, and discovered there was no turning back. Tonight, they arrive at the place where countless lives have ended, and where the first soul still waits for anyone foolish enough to enter. Now let's begin. The television screen slowly disappeared back into the ceiling of the SUV. Darkness filled the cabin as the soft click of hidden motors echoed overhead. Neither Charles nor Savannah spoke. They simply stared through the windshield, waiting. Without warning, the SUV shifted into drive. There was no driver behind the wheel. No hands. No sound except the tires rolling over the pavement. Charles leaned forward and looked between the front seats. Empty. He let out a nervous laugh. "Well," he said softly, "I guess we're really doing this." Savannah forced a smile but never took her eyes off the road ahead. "Your friend Marcus better have been telling the truth," she whispered. Charles chuckled. "You know Marcus. Every Halloween he's looking for the next big haunted attraction." Savannah laughed quietly. "He's the reason we spent 3 hours in that line for the abandoned asylum last year." Charles nodded. "And you screamed before we even got inside." Savannah playfully nudged his shoulder. "I did not." Charles smiled. "You absolutely did." For just a moment, everything felt normal. Like two people on another Halloween adventure. Then the GPS screen suddenly illuminated the dark cabin. A calm female voice filled the vehicle. "Estimated arrival. 4 minutes." Charles looked out the passenger window. Something felt different. The neighborhoods had disappeared. Streetlights were gone. Every store, every gas station, every sign of civilization that had simply vanished. Only towering trees remained on both sides of the road. Savannah wrapped her arms around herself as a chill spread through the cabin. "Charles," she whispered. "Did it suddenly get colder?" Charles looked down at the dashboard. The outside temperature read 38 degrees. He frowned. "That's impossible. It was almost 70 when we left the house." Neither of them noticed the frost slowly forming around the edges of every window. The GPS spoke again. "You have arrived." The SUV slowed to a stop beside an old wooden sign standing crooked beside the road. Charles squinted through the fog. The faded letters read, "Welcome to Dyer Lane." Deep scratches carved across the wood almost erased the name, as if someone had desperately tried to remove it. The vehicle shut itself off. Every door unlocked at the exact same moment. A new message appeared across the dashboard. Challenge 1. Remain on Dyer Lane until sunrise. Charles laughed nervously. "Okay. This production value is insane." Savannah didn't answer. She was listening. There were no crickets. No wind. No rustling leaves. No owls. The silence was so complete, it almost sounded alive. Then, Far down the road, a pair of red and blue lights slowly appeared through the fog. They weren't flashing urgently. They rotated lazily, painting the trees in waves of crimson and blue. Charles smiled with relief. Finally, a real police officer. The old patrol car rolled toward them before stopping only a few feet away. The driver's window lowered with a slow mechanical whine. Inside sat an older deputy wearing a perfectly pressed sheriff's uniform. His face looked exhausted, but his eyes carried something far worse than fatigue. They carried fear. The deputy looked directly at Charles. "You two need to leave." Charles laughed awkwardly. "Trust me, we'd love to. Our ride kind of abandoned us." The deputy never smiled. Instead, he asked one question. "Did a man named Mr. Ray bring you here?" Charles and Savannah looked at one another. Then Charles slowly nodded. The deputy closed his eyes and whispered words that made Savannah's blood run cold. "Then you're already too late. No turning back now. Things are heating up, folks." What did the deputy mean about that? Stay tuned for episode 4 of Date Night.